What is going on, everyone? Choco the Chocobo here, and welcome back to some more. I was about to call it Sky Factory. Welcome back to not Sky Factory, but indeed Troll Pack. So we're gonna get ahead. We're going to go ahead and start off with the very basic of the basics. Because we are in a separate dimension now, I, of course, am going to have to restart a couple of things here and there. One of which being is I do need to restart my Minicio crops and stuff like that. I know everyone groaned around the world being like, why does this have to happen to good people? But it is something that is going to be relatively important. However, we're going to do it in a little bit of a different way. And let me explain to you what I mean by that, which is going to be hopefully done. Hopefully. Nope. All right, never mind. That's not going to be workable. Let me just do this with some sticks. Let me get a couple of sticks right here, and then let me get myself another diamond. Very good. We're going to make ourselves a shovel. Actually, I don't have a crafting bench up here, so we should probably make one of those too. All right, crafting bench. Voila. And then Shazam, crafting table. Very good. And then we will make a shovel. We will do this. All right, cool. And then with the shovel, I'm going to go ahead and dig right through. And we're going to see what is going to be on the other side. Copper ore. That does not look like the color of copper, but sure. Let's go ahead, just dig straight on down. It's not too terribly important what we find here. More copper ore. Okay. So far this is promising. So far it looks like it's just solid rock all the way from here to there. Oh. Gort is down here. Air infused. Cinnabar. Okay, so mobs do spawn in this dimension. That's a shame. I was hoping that we would find a world that had no mob spawning, but alas, such is life. Although they weren't too close to the surface. Ah, okay, bedrock, and then let me see here. Okay, cool. All right, so bedrock looks more or less safe-ish. I don't know what the situation is underneath me. I don't know if there's going to end up being cave systems and all that. It looks really flat. Wait, the sun's back. What? No, I literally just made a comment about how the sun was setting. What? Okay, we're not gonna question it. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, we're just gonna roll. We're gonna roll with it. It'll be great. All right, so slash home. Let's go ahead, get ourselves. Whoa, hey there, friends. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some water buckets here. Just need a little bit. I hate these things. They keep on bugging my house. Get out of here. Leave me alone. All right. And let's go ahead and rip up all of our Minicio. All of it. All of it has to go with me right now. Minicio. That is a decent helping of Minicio seeds, which is good. Alright, so let me go ahead, take these Minicio seeds back to the land of landiness. So I'm going to do slash home portal. And that actually lands me straight into the portal, which is kind of hilarious. And then we are looking darn good. Okay, cool. So I do need one thing to be added into this, which is I'm going to want a torch. This is just in case something does spawn down there. I don't want it to spawn. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there just to deny spawn. Things are definitely down there. I just don't know what is down there. And it's possible that they may not even really spawn at higher levels. It could just be that this is just all flat. It's just all dirt, and then there's not many caves and stuff. Possible. I don't know if I would consider that to be the likely thing that will end up happening, but it's possible. It certainly is possible. Let me go ahead, throw that into there. Cobblestone can go into there, and andesite can go into there. All right, and then we are going to need to make ourselves some Minicio farm. And this is going to be done a little bit differently than is kind of standard for how we've done them in the past. We are going to set them, but I'm going to set them in kind of a weird way. So expect the next several episodes to be extremely grindy, if anything. So what we're going to do is this. we're going to have to repurpose a certain amount of area here. I think we're gonna have to skip the do I want to skip it? I guess there's not really, it's not necessary to skip it. We could just do something with it. I was gonna say originally that we're just gonna skip the skybase idea, but if anything, maybe that's a good reason to build a skybase because everything's so flat. Do we build a skybase? Do we build a land base? I feel like we have to build... It's just so flat. I feel like we're going to regret not building a land base if we end up building in the sky. Alright, you know what? Yeah, okay. Let's build on land. I think that's going to have to be the thing, and then we'll have to incorporate some weird sky elements into it. We'll do a bit of both is what we're going to end up doing. Alright, so let me think here. I'm going to need... give me... Do I have... Nope. Oh, lordy. Do I not even have glowstone dust? Oh my. That is not good. How do I not have glowstone dust? Okay, whatever. Alright, so here is what we're going to have to do. I am going to make... Yeah, okay. I'm going to do these. Let me count this out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then from here, we should have... Oh, water looks so cool in the aether. Oh, it looks so neat. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. All right, so there we go. One of these bad boys right here. And then this will turn, we get 2 more. So something along the lines of this. 2, 3, 4. And then just one more. 2, 3, 4. Absolutely cool. Oh, wait, did I screw this up? Nope, I did not. Alright, cool. Alright, and then just a little bit of this. And a little bit of that. Alright. And if memory serves, we want to do something like this. Alright, cool. Okay, so this is going to be the basic footprint for that. Actually, oh no, we screwed this up because that's the center point, isn't it? Fleep. Alright, so I'm gonna have to change this up a little bit. Hold on, I messed up. We can still use the dimensions and stuff, but I need to... Yeah, we're gonna shift this one over. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Whoop. Okay, very cool. That is all sealed up now. And I just covered up what I just... Choco, please, your brain, it's just not working. It's just not working. All right, there we go. And now we can put down the water. Although I'm going to have to definitely expand that out. So, 4. Okay, very good. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. All right, so then all I need to do is I need to throw down water right here. Take another bucket, put that right there. All right, that's going to all turn into source blocks. All right, Lovely, lovely stuff. Alright, cool. And then this is, of course, the part which we're going to have to do a little bit differently. So I'm going to fill that up right for now. And let's get ourselves... Actually, let's see here. So this number right here, it says 15 right now. Let me see if that ever... Because the sun is quote-unquote setting. Let's see if it actually fully sets. I don't think it does. Because if that's the case, this is actually a wonderful, wonderful place to grow magical crops. Because magical crops need... Well, they do better in light. So this would actually be a rather big deal if we end up finding that this is the case. Still setting. No, it's rising. It's a pure 15 light world. That is insane. Okay. So we are officially in a world that stays at 15 brightness at all times. That is really weird. Alright. And just a little bit more water right there. Alright, cool beans. And then let's go ahead. Oh, I can't till this ground. Ah, interesting. We're gonna need some of our dirt, not some of this, not this lousy dirt. But we're gonna need some good dirt in here. So, okay, cool. And then I can till this ground. Yes, okay, good. All right, so interesting. You cannot use aether dirt to till and to farm on. You actually have to use like real dirt. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead, replace these bad boys real quick here. Now it should work out. This will be a little bit more than we need initially, but we'll appreciate the fact that these are the dimensions that they are later on. It's going to increase the efficiency a little bitty bit. Not a whole lot, but it will kind of increase how efficient we are later on down the road. All right. Boom, 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 boom. And then we're just going to go ahead. Cool. So the Aether has 2 suns and no moon. Interesting. Well, you know what? The Aether has my vote for an absolutely awesome, awesome world. This place is dope. A place that has perfect sunlight it's literally ideal. Actually, it's perfect for me. That means mobs really shouldn't be spawning out here like ever, unless something really bizarre happens. But they really shouldn't be spawning. Period. Group of instant health. Uh-oh. Yes, Ben? Did I do something bad? I had some blitzes for you, but I lost them. Oh. No, I'm not looking for blitzes. I'm not looking for blitzes. Looking for blizzes. What? They're not the same thing, Ben. He means well. He means well. Just he's our little Stegosaurus. All right, let's go ahead, put these all down here. All right, beautiful. And just like that, perfect 64 dedicated area for our crop. Let's go ahead and fill this all up. And we'll just do that. Awesome. Alright, cool beanerinos. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Choco, what happened to the growth pulsers? And you would be absolutely correct. This does not accommodate for growth pulsers. And we're going to actually hide the growth pulsers this time around. I didn't like the way that they looked en masse, like those giant pillars of that stuff. It just wasn't my thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually build them underneath. That's going to take a while and all that stuff, but I think it'll be well worth it. I think it'll look really, really good at the end, so I think we'll end up being a-okay with that. But first, let me get this done before we worry about the growth pulsers, because we don't even have the Minicio actually to make the growth pulsers yet. So we got quite a few Got quite a few things here to do. Alright, then let's just go ahead. Swoop up all that beautiful, beautiful aether dirt. Even though I call it beautiful, but in reality I hate the stuff. Because it's in the way of my farming. It's adding on more grind than I need to be doing. Darn it. Alright. And then just right through to there. Alright. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I like how this all turns stationary as well. It's another great perk of this whole thing. Alright. And this means we have 128 slot workable farmland for magical crop right now. Now I'm going to expand this operation at some point, but I figure what is it, 64 times 25? I don't even want to know what that's going to end up being. 64 times 25. Actually, that shouldn't be that hard to do. 64 times 25? 1,600? I don't know. It might be 1,600. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's 1,600. I'm doing mental maths, alright? It's not my strong suit. Don't judge me. But we're going to go ahead, plant these bad boys here. Let me make sure these things actually grow, though, because I'm getting a little bit concerned that I haven't seen any of them advance in growth. It's a little bit concerning. I don't have a watering can here, do I? I absolutely do not. Alright, slash home home. Let's go get our watering can. Let's also bring over our good old friend Minicio and its accomplices Minicio and more Minicio and even more Minicio. So let's see here. Pray tell, sweet princes of mine, why hath you been sitting in here for so long? And then that's all that. Where be my thingy? Where did I put it? I know that I had a watering can, boys. Alright? I know I had one. Don't you be pulling this crap on me now. What do I do with my watering can? A watering can! Where are you? Watering can! Hey, Miss Lerposaurus Rex, come out to play with me. You know where I bet it is. I bet you I know exactly where it is. I bet you I was a dum-dum and I put it right on... right on over here. Aha! Yes. Okay, good. Alright, cool. So now we are just going to need to make some growth pulsers here. This is going to be so expensive. I will need to make all the growth pulsers of the world. And it will be great. They'll know us for our legendary growth pulsers. And now that we have that, then we're going to need to make a little bit of this. It's going to be crazy. Stone. Stone, 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 stone. Yep, alright, works by me. And then diamonds. Bang. Alright, cool. So we have some diamonds or whatever else. This is the part where this gets... Ah, it did grow a stage. Good. So it's possible. Alright, so 1, 2, 3... Oh my. Marble. Oh, I wanted to run 2. Okay, so I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so that should be the correct count. Should. Growth pulsers. Go ahead and make some. We're too short, which is that's actually perfect for us. We want it to be too short, so that's actually a-okay by me. I am going to want to make an access way for this though, so let me go ahead and dig this out as well. I'm not even going to bother recounting. Alright, looking good. And there we are. Cool. Alright, so if I'm right, we should get 2 clearance. So let me just build this straight down. And it's perfect. It's 2 clear. So that's exactly where we wanted it to be. All right, excellent, 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 excellent. So what we need to do now is I'm actually going just for the time being. This is not a permanent thing or anything like that. But let me go ahead. Whoop. Oh well, that's not good. Meh. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna block that up for now. But let me go ahead and just do this all the way around. Okay, looking good. And with this, we will now have an entry point for the rest of the little buggers. Oh, dang it. Darn it! Come on. Alright, there we go. Okay, looking fun and dandy. And so we are now going to be able to do a couple of extra things here. I'm going to need this access point area for a little bit. We're also going to need to set up a farming system, which will eventually lead into an AE2 system and blah, blah, blah. I think I will make the AE2... I'm going to probably make 2 separate AE2 systems, one just for magical crops, because that gets a little bit crazy. And then I think I'm going to make another one that's exclusively for other things, and literally like everything else probably, because I think the only thing that I'm going to have massively changing around hands will probably be this. Maybe we'll make one for Tinker's Construct. That's a very, very big maybe, though. But that should do the trick for now. But anyways, so the gardens are going to be right here. Ah, yes, I was like, this doesn't look right. There should be a road here that's 3 wide. But indeed, there will be. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's going to do its own thing. We're going to have a little pathway here. The gardens can be extended out for as long as we want. But I guess we don't have a need for a bed here. So I suppose the next best thing to do would be... Well, let me actually see here. Just for the time being, let me just do this real quick. So let's see how fast this grows. Grow, baby, grow. Grow, baby, grow. Ooh. Oh, there it goes. Come on, you know you want to do it. Yeah, there it goes. Its tick rate is faster. Admittedly, it doesn't seem that way. Like, it doesn't seem super duper fast, but that is ludicrously fast. Now, there was also this talk about watch the whatever time, this thing. This did actually seem to kind of work. It's not a flawless system. It seems to be a little bit goofy, but it did seem that it attempted to work at the very least. So let's go ahead and let's try for this maybe. It should make it so this one crop here, it looks really dark right now. But it's light 15 because, I don't know, this is the way the game works, I guess. Alright, so let me go ahead and replace that. We actually need... I guess before we even worry about this, before we even get to the whole, like, oh, we need to worry about this junk, I need to actually get the farming thingamajig ready to go. So I need a farming station. This thing is the bomb diggity, if I do say so myself. We are going to need some electrical steel, some pulsating crystals, and all this other stuff. Yeah! What? No. No! What happened? This is not the way it was supposed to be! No, 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 no. This was supposed to be a beautiful land of only light. What the fudge happened? What? No, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I thought there was no nighttime here. Even though it says my light level is high, it's very clearly not. What? This is not what we wanted. So are they just... Marvin, don't you even... Marvin, why are you being this way? Alright, I'm asking you. Why are you boys being this way? Huh? Why... Marvin was slain by Robbie. What the fudge, you two? Can't even get along amongst yourselves? What is this? Android leg? Am I decapitating robots? Is that what's happening here? I don't know what's happening. I don't know how to feel about it either. What I do know is I don't appreciate stupid mobs spawning everywhere. What the fleep? This was such a glorious area. There was no mobs. It was just me, my thoughts, and my pet goatfish that I secretly had hidden away. But now the magic is ruined. Because now we have a couple of invaders. It's literally just like not even that many left. It's just like 4 or so of these guys and a couple of blitzes. But like, come on, man. I wonder how it hit nighttime, because the light level said 15, but it didn't. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. All right, whatever. This is neither here nor there, I suppose. Okay, so I am going to need to make some of this bull shrimp. Is what I need to do. Oh God. All right. May Lord have mercy upon our souls. I'm going to need to make a farming station, which I'm going to need a Z-Logic controller for, which means I'm going to need the slice and splice, which, Lord, if I remember how to find any of these things. You'd think I'd remember where they are at this point. It's sad, because I should know where they are, but I just can't remember them. Ah, there you are, slice and splice. So I'm going to need a skull of some sort. We had a creeper head at base. Machine chassis, solarium, which I'm going to need to make by melting this down. I hate this stuff. Alright. Alright, alloy smelter. We need to start off with you. So I'm going to need a machine chassis. Oh, God. It's all coming back to me, and I don't like the memories. Darn it. Ugh. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Oh my. Alright, so slash home. We have to make... I'm not looking forward to this. Alright, I have to make myself some of this junk. Which means I'm actually going to need to find copper. I need to find copper. I need to melt down some copper. I don't actually know if I ever collected... I've had to have collected copper at some point. By accident, I should have collected copper. There's no way I've run around and not found copper. There's some iron ore, which I don't really particularly need, but sure, you can go ahead and cook up. Did I really never collect copper ore? I did see my creeper head in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to go down into the mines here, and we're gonna have to find some copper. Alright, let's go underneath, and let's go find some copper. I feel like we probably did see some. Now, I don't know the Forest of Ministry, or whatever the heck it's called. Sasquatch? Sasquatch, I don't want to hurt you. You are a majestic creature and my friend, but if you continue to be a pain in my butt, I will have to end your life. Alright. Copper ore thermal foundation. I don't know if thermal foundation will work. It might just be Tinker's construct, which I'm really, really hoping is not the case. It's literally a spooky ghost. It is a spooky ghost that's kicking my butt. Okay. Could you please die, spooky ghost? Thank you. Now, question. Can I haunt people? I'm a spooky ghost. Hello, I am a spooky ghost. I have the derp eyes of a sheep. I'm probably a sheep human ghost. That is really weird. All right. Do ghosts have any special properties? Nope. They're just spooky ghosts. All right. I will not question it. I am not going to question that at all. Let's see here. And let me see. Creepers and such. Do I have any free, easy? Darn it. All right. We probably are looking for thermal foundation then. Thermal foundation usually works with other things. Okay, I can't pass up the opportunity. If this tin is workable with other stuff, then we're in good shape. If not, well, needless to say, I will not be the happiest of the campers. Well, immersive engineering, I believe, is that's the stuff with the crazy thingy. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this. It's the thing that has the arc weld. I don't remember if it's called arc welder, but it's the one that has the super high heat smelter. That's what I'm trying to get at. I know you're here, spooky ghost. I know you're around here. Well, kamikaze bat. I don't know if I got you or not, but if you could please leave me alone. I appreciate that. Seriously, ghost? I just couldn't. Sombrero spider! I do not want to deal with you right now. Oh, it's a straw hat. Are you going to become the pirate king? Bones away. String away. Alright, well, I have no idea what any of this stuff will do, but I'm hoping that they will all work. Which is probably a fool's hope. Alright, Stune. I suppose we'll just go ahead and tuck you all back into there. Okay, well, I see the ore dictionary name, ore copper, which is good. Because ore copper would suggest that that means that they understand that they're supposed to play nice with one another. Thermal foundation. Okay, that's good. Immersive engineering. Thermal foundation. I do not see what I was hoping to see. I do not see it. Alright, whatever. Copper ingots, I can learn them. I would imagine they work. As long as the ore dictionary entry is the same, it should, by theory, work. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what ends up happening here. Air shard, sure. Water buckets, absolutely. And then, okay, so we have some copper learned. Let's learn some tin. Let's get some silver in there. That should be a fairly good start. That should be all the stuff that we need immediately. So that should be a pretty good start. Okay, so there's tin. And let's get some silver running. Okay, what we got going on here? Tin is learned. And then some silver just to round it out. And silver, 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 silver. Okay, cool. That does look about right, though. All right, cool. So that should mean that we now have the beginnings of some of the stuff that we need for this. So we're going to need to start off with an alloy smelter. Alloy smelter is just something that all around is useful, so we just need one of those for sure. We're also going to probably need a sag mill. 4 iron ingots, 3 furnaces, a cauldron, and a machine chassis, which is the really annoying thing. We need 4 gold nuggets, 2 redstone, and 1 copper. So let me go ahead and get the 4 gold nuggets. I'm going to need 1 copper. And then I already have the iron. Although I'm going to need a whole lot more iron, actually, now that I think about it. So let me go ahead and start off with this. It should be that I can just make it with that then. Oh, please don't tell me you're going to give me a hard time about this game. I really, really don't want to have to deal with some truly stupid... Oh, I need redstone. Redstone. Okay. Now it should accept it. Hopefully. Hey! Very nice. Basic capacitor. I'm learning you straight away. I am not dealing with that ever again. Alright, basic capacitor. We got ourselves basic capacitor. So I'm now going to need to just make a machine chassis. So I'm going to need to make Iron bars, 4 of you. I never once stole a cauldron to put back in here? Really? I find that extremely, extremely weird, but you know what? If that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Alright, cauldron. Alrighty, and then alloy smelter. This is just like a whole lot of deja vu right now, and not exactly the most welcome deja vu experience I've had. Alright, machine chassis, there it is. Alloy smelter. I'm going to need 3 furnaces, a cauldron. Oh, I don't even need that actually. I just need 3 furnaces. So, cobblestone, cobblestone. Where art thou, cobblestone? And cobblestone. I don't know why I did it one at a time. Alright, and then I don't quite know why I did this way. Okay, there we go. 3 furnaces right there. And that in turn gives me an alloy smelt. Alright, excellent. And then I will learn how to make you in case I decide I need more alloy smelters, which is kind of unlikely, but at the same time, you never know. Sag mill also should make one of these. Not too bad though, so I'm just going to need a piston, which we did learn, thankfully. And machine chassis and 3 flint. Not bad. Alright, so machine chassis, 3 flint. I only have flint and steel apparently. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn how to do that, and then also get this ready. Alright, cool. So sag mill is now also prepared. I do not have a power system at this point in time, so I guess we'll just go with not a combustion generator. No siree. What do we use for beginning power, I wonder? I wonder what kind of solar stuff they have. Because if we have 15 light all the time, that's fine, actually. Oh, God. I forgot about these things. Solar power generator. Open computers? Do not want to... I don't want Steve carts. Steve's carts is worthless to me. What does it say? Produces RF from sunlight. ISO linear circuit. I don't even want to bother with that. Oh, hey there. 5 cheer from Gabriel the Pokemon Master. Well, thank you. That said, I don't suppose you happen to know anything about this, do you? Well, I mean... Y'all alright. I didn't want to have to... Oh! Yellorium has an EMC value. Does that mean casings have a big EMC? I am intrigued. I am very intrigued, as a matter of fact. We could learn... We can learn Yellorium. That is a huge deal, actually. We could actually make a full-size reactor relatively quickly. As soon as we have infinite EMC, we can make a full-size reactor. I mean, it still will take a while, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, oh, it's going to be instant, but, like, as far as making that happen, it's not that bad anymore. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm game. I am game. Alright, so we got ourselves quite a bit of grind ahead of ourselves, but we're discovering a lot of interesting things about this mod pack. For a technical, and this is what I was saying earlier about this mod pack, it's really, really weird. The mod pack, because, oh, hi there, I'll take some of you. But because the mod pack has so many different mods, and it's not really like put together in a sense of like, oh, you're supposed to be aiming for X or Y or Z. You have a bunch, and I do mean a bunch of different ways to accomplish your goals. And because there is a bunch of different ways to accomplish your goals, one of the weird things that came out of it is you have like these crazy, crazy abilities to just get from point A to point B really rapidly and in really bizarre ways. Just, oh, that's not cool. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, Minicio or... Oh, wow. You get a lot from doing that. Rose gold, sure. I don't know what you are or what you even do, but I'll take you. Zinc. Sure. I'm just taking one because I shouldn't. If we can make it EMC, then it doesn't matter. Minicio is just Minicio, though, so I'm just going to swoop that up because Minicio is fine. Certus quartz ores, whatever. Salt ores, really big level of whatever. Cinnabar, coal. Yellowite, perfect. You are what I want. And I want a good, handsome chunk of you. Alright, cool. So we have Yellowite. / home, because I'm lazy. Interesting. Alright, so let me go ahead and put that in. Could you not? Alright, and then... yeah. We just have a whole bunch of really neato stuff. Yellorium ingot. And these things are worth 4,096? I think we found our winner. These things are actually super valuable, which is a very bizarre thing to find out at this point in the game, because why is it valuable? But, alright, let's just put a lot of this stuff back. So a diamond is worth... oh, okay, never mind. I guess emeralds are still worth, like, way more, so perhaps, yeah, maybe that's going to be a little better. Although 4,096, it's not a bad amount. It certainly is a decent amount. You could definitely use Yellorium for other things as well, which is also really nice. But, yeah, I suppose we'll worry about that a little bit later. Bauxite ore, I guess, would be the next one. Zinc ore. I don't think there is anything else that has zinc besides blue power. I don't remember zinc being in anything else. Alright, so bauxite does give aluminium, even though I should be calling it aluminum because I am American, but still. Yeah, zinc is just zinc. There's no equivalent thing for that. Alright, cool. So we have the start of power. Admittedly, it's kind of a daunting thing to even think about at this point, but we do technically have it. Let's see here. I am going to need to look back at Ender IO. And let's see here. Can I make this slice and splice? Do I have that ability to do that yet? Slice and splice. No, this is all dark steel stuff. Capacitor banks. Am I crazy? What happened to the slice and split? I know we saw it. Oh, there it is at the very end. Alright, and this is going to be where we need solarium and all that other stuff. Solarium is going to be a product of soul sand and gold. I should have both. Soul. I do not have any soul sand? Really? I am beyond puzzled right now. Do I seriously not have a single thing of soul sand? I am... Oh, I guess I could just make soul sand from the nether thingamajig, from these things. From you. How much does that take? I need 8. What a big poopty pants. Alright, well, I suppose no time like the present to really get things moving. Alright, so let's go / home portal. And then with that, we're back here in our motherland. And I'm going to be a little savage about this. And I'm just going to replant this here. And then we are going to, for the time being, get rid of our buckets. We will throw all this stuff away for the time being as well. And where's my watering can? Alright. And let's just keep this going. I just need 8 of these bad boys, right? So once I have 8, I'll have soul sand. Once I learn soul sand, it's learned forever, so I don't have to worry about it. I really should have picked it up from somewhere else, though. I'm kind of amazed that I haven't done that. Because we've seen it a number of times, and it's just very, very weird. Okay. And then... so there's number 3. Thank goodness we have one thing with growth pulsers underneath it. This could have taken so much longer than it needed to. But thankfully, growth pulsers are being the realest of the bays. ATMs. Okay, and then... halfway there. Okay, looking good. Ooh, we even got a secondary one. Nice. I don't really need a secondary seed, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it. And number 6. Number 7 coming up shortly. I can't wait until this is automated. I'm not going to lie, watering cans, they are not my idea of a good time. They are not at all my idea of a good time. But we'll get there. We'll get there, slowly but surely. And... here comes the last one. Badoom. Alright, cool. And then we can go ahead and restore the Benicio seed to its rightful place. Alright, cool. So now that we have this, if I just do like that, bang, soul sand. Soul sand is now learned, and I can take said soul sand, take 1. I'm going to take 1 gold, and we're going to have to smelt those together. However, as some of you I'm sure have already realized at this point, I have no way to actually smelt them together until I add power, which I don't have yet. So we're going to have to go ahead and make one of those as well. Let me see what we have here, actually. Generators. What do we got? Okay, so we got the extra utilities generators, which are the kind of easy pickings of things. We have MFR in here as well. I would love to know what the heck this is talking about. 'Cause I legitimately have no idea what it's even on about. Immersive engineering. Culinary generator. We could theoretically use a nether star generator. Although I don't think that would be the best idea right now. Perhaps a lava generator would be the best thing to use for now. Because we could just do like... well, it's kind of expensive. Here, let's stick with Ender IO stuff because we're just doing Ender IO things. We'll just do Sterling generator. This is pretty easy to make. We need some sticks and stones, literally. So sticks, and then stone. I think I actually need cobblestone, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just get some stone too, because I'm sure I'm going to need it at some point. Alright, and then I'm going to... oh, I'm also going to need a piston. Alright, and then basic gears. Let's make 2 of those. Alright, and then we'll learn basic gear. And then we can go ahead and make a Sterling generator, I think. No, because I need to make stone brick. Okay, now can I make a Sterling generator? Nope, because I need to also make a furnace. Do I know how to make a furnace? Yes, I do. Alright, and then Sterling generator. Oh, mamma mia. Alright, Sterling generator. Just latch that onto the bottom, or the back rather. And I guess we might as well try to learn octatics. I mean, I don't see why not, I suppose. Energetic alloy. This is gonna... oh. Not yet, actually, because I don't know how. We're gonna just burn this out. Generating 20 RF per tick. That's going to go into here. And so I can do this. And where is my one thing of soul sand? Whoop. Alright, then my one thing is soul sand. That's going to make solarium at some point in our lifetimes. Double layer capacitor. I'm going to need energetic alloy and pulverized coal. That's not going to be too terribly difficult. Redstone, gold, and glowstone dust. So let me get those things out here. And gold. And then I'm also going to need some pulverized coal, which I don't know if I have the pulverized version of it. I don't indeed. I do not. All right, can I just do these? I don't know if coal nuggets work in place of it. All right, so there's solarium. Let me go ahead and get that out. That's going to smelt down, make me some of my energetic. Do you work? Do you work in place of this? I don't think you do. I think I have to actually sag mill it down, which stinks, man. Alright, and you know what we're going to do? We're just going to grab this real quick. I'm just going to kind of loop it around here and just flop it on over there. No one's got to know. No one's got to know that we're kind of stealing some of that good old stuff. Let me throw some coal into there. Drag one of these things of coal out. Throw it into the sag mill. The sag mill, of course, being one of our oldest and most reliable bays, because we can do these. Oh, we even got sulfur out of it. Nice. Sulfur and pulverized coal. One, thank you. And with this, we can now learn energetic alloy, which means I could just do this. I can take capacitors. I'm going to get 2 capacitors. I would like energetic alloy to the number of 2. And I think that should do it for our double layer capacitor. And then with a double layer capacitor, feed that back in, learn how to make that. And then we are just going to need some of this vibrant alloy. Vibrant alloy being an ender pearl and an energetic alloy put together. So let me go ahead, do that. So let me get an energetic out here. Wait, do I need 2? Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to have to put them together anyways. All right, ender pearl. All right, let me go ahead and start cooking those 2 up together. All right, that's now underway, and we are, of course... So that's making that. I'm going to actually need to make some glowstone, because I don't actually have one. Glowstone. Learned. Cool. All right, so glowstone, learned. Where's my vibrant at? Vibrant alloy, awesome. So vibrant alloy is now learned. Let me go ahead, vibrant alloy, get 2 of these out in storm. And that is in turn going to require 2 capacitors, double layers. And then we should be able to just go ahead, flop them all in. And then we can learn octadic. And then with an octadic capacitor, we can just do, well, I should probably get 3. Alright, so first off, we should put one in there, absolutely. Then we should put one in here, put one into here, and then that should all be looking good. Now, because of what we're doing, I do think it warrants that I do this. I'm just going to put in some coal in there. It's going to give you a little bit better energy source. It doesn't really ultimately matter all that much at this point, but we're just going to let that run for now. Now let's see. We need to make a slice and splice, which I believe I keep on saying is over on the right side here somewhere, but I think it gets moved around whenever I'm opening an inventory. All right, so we're going to need 5 solarium, and I'm going to need a machine chassis and then some iron tools. So let's go ahead, get 5 solarium. Whoop, if I can spell. All right, that is soul sand. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't even use this one, but that's okay. So 5 solarium. I'm going to need a machine chassis. And then I'm going to need something else. I don't remember what I need. Oh my gosh, what do I need? I need a thingy. Oh, I'm going to need an iron axe. And also some shears. That is not the right number. Okay, that is the right number. And then I'm going to need some sticks. Dos sticks. Thank you. And then we're just going to have to make these things real quick. So bang, there's my axe. I'm Gimli. Cool, cool, cool. And then with this we can make... I thought I could make. Can I make? Hello? Alright, slice and splice. Slice and splice. Very nice. All right, and then the Sterling generator is just kind of sitting here, having to power literally everything. And then we need to make a Z-Logic controller for the farming station. This is all very, very nutty, and I do apologize, but it's just, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. All right, so farming station. There you are. And we're gonna need a Z-Logic controller. We're also gonna need to make some pulsating crystals, which means I'm gonna need some of these nerds. So I'm gonna need to get a vibrant, I believe, is what I need. Ooh, wait, maybe it's not a vibrant. Hold on. Oh, it's... Wait, what? Hold on, I just confused. I literally just broke my brain. Alright, I do need a pulsating crystal. I'm also going to need electrical steel. Actually, what does electrical steel need? Steel and silicon. Where do I get silicon from? That's a very good question. We need to sag mill some stuff. We can sag mill some ores, it looks like. Okay, if we sag mill sand, we have a good chance of it, so let's go ahead and do just that. Nope, that's sandstone. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright. Okay, can we get lucky? First try, here we go. And, haha, got him. Alright, silicon, boom. Learned. And then we're going to need some silicon back. Thank you. And I'm going to also need... I'm going to need iron and coal. Alright. So one iron, one coal. Alright, cool beans. And that's going to satisfy our requirement for electrical steel. I am going to, of course, need something for pulsating crystals, which is going to be requiring pulsating iron nuggets, which in turn requires this other stuff, and that's just going to be that and that. Okay, so I'm going to need an ender pearl, and I'm going to need another iron ingot. Iron. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's see. Let's start off by doing these first, and then we'll sneak in the next one afterwards. So, snag that electrical steel real quick, throw that into the mix. And then pulsating iron and throw that into the mix as well. And then we're actually going to need to fetch out the pulsating iron and I believe a diamond. And that's going to make our little thingy. We're going to make our pulsating crystal. Hooray! And then I'm going to learn how to make a pulsating crystal because I don't want to do that again. Pulsating crystal. Survey says yes. And I can even learn how to make a nugget. A nugget. And it will be great. And I will love it. Alright, pulsating crystal has been acquired. Farming station. I'm going to need 2 of those. I'm going to need a Z-Logic controller, which is going to require me to have stuff that I don't have. Darn it. I'm going to need 2 solarium, silicon, redstone. I have everything besides another head. I need another face. Darn it. I don't have a face grinder because you're not in Sky Factory. Cry every time. Alright, so... let's get some more iron here. 5 iron will do the trick. And sticks. Woo! That's not what I want. And there we go. Nice little axe. Nice little shears. And into the slice and splice you go. Okay, so we're going to need to go get some heads. It shouldn't be that hard to do. It really shouldn't be. But it is going to take up some more time, unfortunately. So let me see here. Is that all I need, though? We got the electrical steel. We got the pulsating crystals. We have the machine chassis. I can make a diamond hoe. That's not a problem. So yeah, that's literally just the last thing we need. So Z-Logic controller. If I can spot it. Alright, Z-Logic controller. 2 solarium, 2 silicon, 1 redstone. Okay, so 2 silicon, 1 redstone, and then I believe I said 2 solarium. Now this is, of course, actually I don't even know if I ever explained what I'm doing. So the reason why we're so intent on doing this one part right now is because if we actually do this whole business here with a farming station, it's a little bit better than the RF2, Mine Factory Reloaded one, I should say, because that one does have a gathering thing, like a little machine, but unfortunately that machine is not the most efficient about it. It's also not very good in doing what it's supposed to be doing. So by doing it this way, we're going to be able to have only one machine rather than two, which is what was required if you do it via the old-fashioned way, I should say. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, we have a really good way to do this. I'm going to go down. I'm going to take out those torches. I'm going to bash on some dudes. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down there. We're going to smack them in the head, and then we're going to get some faces. Alright. Now let me see here. Because I think we can actually get a spider head as well. I think that's possible, but... Okay. Just steal... Aha. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Give me your face. Nope. No face. Give me your face. Nope, still no face. Googly eyes. I don't know if I want your face. I'll probably still take it, but it's probably not the face that I wanted. I don't know if my thing would appreciate that. Oh, spiders! Hi. Big old group of spiders. Any spider faces? Nope. Any skeleton faces? Thank goodness for Zavisial armor, honestly. Hey! Is that it right there? I can't tell if that's it. No, I think that's a card, actually. I don't think that's what I want. Darn it, skeleton! Stop being a pain in the booty! Stab it! Alright. Darn it! Skeleton, what did I just say? Oh, I never even did the rose gold. Whoops. Alright, yep, very nice. Yep, you're very, very scary and bonely and all that stuff. Do I see... Ah! I see a face! Hold on, I see a face. I see a face. Aha! Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye! Goodbye! I have the face that I need! That's all I need, too. Alright, cool. So we found a face. Now let me just go ahead, toss that away. I don't know, man. I don't know what to throw away in this situation. What do I throw away? I think I throw away that. And I guess I should at least see what this card is. Oh, the night vision card! What the? You still spawn? How? Like heck if I know. Here, we'll just throw these two down there. Wait, what's that say? Scares skeletons. I am a porcupine. I'm an honest to goodness porcupine. Alright, got all this junk. Yeah, I guess we'll take the rare loot bag over that. Alright, cool. So let me go back, /back. Return to previous location. Okay, so that works. I wonder why that works, but the other one doesn't. That's really strange. I don't know if I like that. It's kind of weird. Alright, we're just gonna store some loot bags into here for now. Really should be storing a whole lot more stuff in there, but eh. Alright, and then zombie head. Make me my thingamajig. I should have probably made you an octadic capacitor because it would have taken like half a second, but that's okay. Alright, come on, baby. Give me my thingamajig. Aha, Z-Logic controller. Unfortunately, there is... Oh, I should have checked for that. Oh, never mind. I was going to be like, is there an EMC for zombie heads? But no, there was not. Alright, so Z-Logic controller has been acquired. Farming station. We're going to need 4 electrical steel. Alright, electrical steel. 4. Yes. We're also going to be needing freaking 2 of these. No, I said 2, the other number. Very good. And then we're going to also be needing a diamond hoe and a chassis. So let me get a chassis. I actually already have a pulsing crystal here. Alright, and then I'm going to need to make a diamond hole, which is going to require these, and I'm going to need a little bit of these, and then we're going to make some beautiful things happen. Come here. into my life. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Farming station. You are the greatest thing that's ever been. And then with this little dude, I can do this. Place myself. Oh! No. Yeah, actually, no. For the time being, I guess we should do it this way. Alright, so farming station right here. I actually would not mind. I do not have the ability to do that. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to abscond you. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to learn how to make a Stirling generator. Ah, okay. And then we're just going to plop that one down. And then plop this one right on top. Because we're savages. And then I'm going to need to make myself another hole. Do I know how to make? No, nope. Okay. So diamond hoe. And I'm going to need more sticks. 2 sticks. Okay, got it. Alright, cool. So 2 sticks. And this is now, oop, ow. Alright, so there we go. That is now in there. And then I just need to give it power. So I'm going to give it an arctic capacitor. Yes. Alright, cool. And I think the range increases, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I actually don't want a octadic. I want a double layer capacitor, I think is what I want. So let me get one of these bad boys in here. Okay, so I believe that's the way it works. Let me just make sure about that real quick. Farming station, double layer. Alright, so farming station with the double capacitor, its range increases to 11 by 11, which means 5 in either direction, so it should be right onto where I made these corners right now. That's where it's going to reach out to. So actually, I guess we could even make it into a... Well, nah, I'm not going to worry about that. I think that'll be fine. Alright, so as you can see here, it's going to start farming this for us. Now, this diamond hoe, of course, will give out eventually. That's not going to be something that lasts forever. It will eventually give out. But for the time being, it will passively collect us Minicio. Now, it's not going to be able to collect it as if it's a Zavisio hoe that's collecting, right? Which is a very large deal. That's not going to happen. So, unfortunately, that's kind of removed from the equation. But it will be able to collect this while I'm offline, all that stuff. So that's always good. So that's always a good thing to have. We are definitely going to be needing a lot more of Minicio before we can get all these onto growth pulsers. But once we do get them all on growth pulsers, this thing is going to just go nuts. This thing is going to go absolutely crazy. So the one thing we can do later on, we will replace this diamond hoe with a, I think it's a Matic. Is it a Matic or is it just a hoe? I don't remember. But one of the two. Between the two things, we can make ourselves something that's unbreakable and put it into the farming station, and then that will actually work for us, right? I think for the time being, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to stress out too much about the growth pulsers right now. The tech part of it can certainly wait a little while, so I'm not going to stress too much about that. But this thing's going to keep on running. We probably should give it some better fuel, actually, is what we should probably be doing. That's okay. We'll leave it. We'll let it burn through that stuff first. It'll last a good while before we have to worry about any of that junk. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. I know this is kind of like the heart of the grind, but this is actually a sign that we're getting close towards the end from the YouTube side of things for sure. For the Twitch side of things, there might be a couple of long streams where we're going to end up just grinding and grinding and grinding. Just trying to make sure that we catch up to the point where we need to be for our Minicio farm and all that junk, and then in turn guarantee growth pulsers so we can grow other stuff like Yellowrite and all that junk. So we'll see. We'll see how that all ends up going down. But you can start seeing it take a little bit of shape. I haven't set up the walls, the boundaries, and all that stuff, but it's kind of getting there. We're definitely getting closer. I'm wondering. Nope. All right. I don't see any of the blitzes or anything, so I think they actually despawn, which is good. But either way, I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna regret doing this. Those lights seem a little weird. What? What lights? What? I'm confused. Okay. Alright. That's kind of creepy and weird, but alright. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We probably will do some more stuff with the crops and stuff, so I will certainly be doing that. But yeah, until next time, guys, have a wonderful, safe day. If you enjoyed, like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody, and ciao for now.